Node4 backup solutions are designed to work in a multitude of different ways depending on the scenario and the data the customer needs protecting. We have solutions in place for on-premise data, whether that can be endpoint device, server, physical or virtual, right through to a cloud service solution where we're actually providing backup and archiving for longevity purposes, compliance purposes, or just the ability for customers to recover data, applications or virtual machines as they need to. This then evolves into things like disaster recovery, where customers then look to use that data to provide an effective DR strategy so that they can fail over from on-premise to cloud, they can burst between clouds, and they can actually have an effective solution, for example, between hyperscaler clouds, which we can do with private storage. The difference between disaster recovery and continuity is customers being able to survive an event without any downtime or impact to their applications and their data. For example, customers might want to run active-active from multiple data centers to avoid the impact of any data center loss. They might want to run both on-premise and a cloud provider with burst capabilities and automatic failover between the two. We have solutions that meet all of those requirements. Continuity services from Node4 can be as simple as us running resilient application stacks within a customer environment to ensure that there is no single point of failure and no outage is actually going to be seen if a single virtual machine, a single stack or a single pod would fail within the cloud environment. Customers also come to us and they say that they want resilience against outages, for example, against an entire data center. We're able to offer services within Node4 where we can run active-active from multiple data centers concurrently, moving the survivability of an outage from not only a pod or a simple VM application right through to an entire data center going offline. Customers would have a variety of portals they're able to log into and they're able to interact with their own services. For example, we can simulate DR. Customers need this for compliance reports, for example, where they can actually simulate a full disaster recovery, print off the results of that and actually provide compliance reports as to how long the disaster recovery took, what the procedure would be, etc., which auditors are looking for. Depending on the service the customer is consuming from Node4 will depend on how they interact with it. Some customers want complete control of backup and DR, for example, themselves, so we provide access through portals where they can log on to the product, they can interact with it, simulate their own disaster recovery, right through to actually providing full restore themselves if they need to. Other customers want a fully managed service, which again we're able to offer. We will completely control the entire environment for them. We'll provide both backup and DR services where needed and just provide daily reporting, weekly reporting as the customer needs in order to show that those services are in place, effective and working reliably. Recently, customers have been bringing us a multitude of different challenges that they're facing from a backup and DR perspective. If we think of something simple like ransomware, this is meaning that multiple files and systems could be affected in just a few minutes where a customer is exposed to a ransomware attack. So the customers are challenging us to be able to provide backups in almost real-time scenarios. We're able to provide hypervisor and storage level backups every few minutes, so the customer's worst case scenario is that they would lose a few minutes worth of data in the event of an attack, right through to customers needing to invoke a full disaster recovery if they lost an entire application, for example, and needed to fail over to a second site or second service. Of late, more and more customers are coming to us as a trusted solution provider, asking us to provide effective solutions for backing up and disaster recovery away from hyperscaler services. Classic example, Office 365. Customers want to migrate to Office 365 and they're doing it leaps and bounds. However, customers are then coming to us with the challenge of how do they back up that data, how do they secure that data, how do they move it to private premises, for example, just to make sure that they have longevity and resilience against any scenario where they would lose the data within the O365 environment.